All right, so I got two different things here from Twitch. One of them is not really like the worst thing in the world, but the other thing is something quite interesting. So we're gonna take a look here and see what in the world is going on over at Twitch. Oh, go on over here. All right, so first of all, as we know, Twitch has not had a good history lately and has been making a lot of mistakes. They've been doing a lot of updates, a lot of changes, and just not a whole lot of good things going on over at Twitch. They're trying to get a more sustainable model, and yeah, it's just it's doing that is very bad for the public eye, but maybe it'll help their company in the long run. Who really knows? I just got rinsed on a steak. Can anyone help? No. Sorry. All right, here we go. So this right here is, again, this one's not really bad at all, but I did feel like I should probably talk about it here a little bit. Twitch CEO revealed the best way for streamers to grow. The best way to grow on Twitch is collaboration with other streamers. That is the CEOs of Twitch, idea of the best way to grow on Twitch. So basically, what this means, uh, basically what this means is, well, yeah, leech off of bigger streamers, basically, is kind of what he's saying here. Try to become friends with bigger streamers and just keep playing with them and doing collabs with them and stuff. I don't know. It's basically just leech off the streamers, man. That's kind of what it is. It's really, really weird. Don't really know. Yeah, let's be honest here. Um, I don't, that's not really a very viable method of growth. Now, depending on how you do it, technically, yes, you can grow. All right. Even if you are collaborating with people who are not very big channels at all, maybe they're smaller than you, maybe they're bigger than you, maybe they're the exact same size as you. All right. If you collab with them in a way that is very meaningful. Now, I'm talking not just playing a game together. Okay. You could play a game together that's collabing, yes, but what can you do while playing the game to make it even better? Can you do a challenge? Can you show both screens? Give more things, more possibilities for the collab to be more entertaining. Again, make it like a show, as if they're watching a show, man. Make it something like that, something along those lines. So I think collabing, if done correctly, can do really well, but a lot of the times it's kind of just like, I don't know. People, it's just like playing video games together and stuff, which, yes, is collabing. It sort of works, but at the end of the day, I think there's some more things that you could do. I mean, there's a great like VTuber. A great example of this is either Fillion or Camilla, right? Great example of collabing. The only reason I know those off the top of my head is because VTubers do a lot of collabs. You know, Otherwise, go look at OTK, but OTK does a lot of like in-person events, so that's kind of like a little bit that's kind of a little bit biased or something. So it really depends, but the thing is, right, it only works if it's someone with decent amount of followers, but that's not necessarily true, because even if you guys both average 0 2 viewers or something like that on your stream, okay, and you're collabing with somebody, even though maybe nobody types in either of your chats the entire time, if you do a proper event collab type thing where it is just pure entertaining to watch, you can get a lot of content for outside, and you make short form content. Maybe you make a long form piece of content, right? And you use that for social media, right? The other social media is not necessarily going to grow your stream, but you take that short form content and you push it on out to these other platforms, and that right there will in return maybe be really good, right? Maybe be really good. Obviously, it's hit or miss. But if you do something really entertaining, man, and if you're looking at the camera always, and or something stupid happens, you can create a clip of that, make a short form content of it, and try to use that collab to show, hey, this was crazy good, man, right? This collab was amazing. People had so much fun and all that. Uh, and that could probably be better for you than anything else. But again, obviously, nothing's guaranteed. Dancing eyebrows. Yep. Twitch always has problems. Oh, yeah, all the time. But so, yeah, I don't think the best way to grow I mean, collabing is really good way to grow if you're working with like a streamer that is way bigger than you. Okay, it's like playing a game with Summit 1G for a day. I mean, yeah, there's a good chance that there's a couple people going on here, you know what I mean? There's a couple things going. Oh, I did not mean to do that. um and it's just crazy, right? It's just crazy. um yeah, it has problems but not as many. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know, the collabing thing is pretty ridiculous. Oh no, wait, oh, I know what I did. I know what I did. uh um Man, oh man, okay. Guys, listen, hang on. We're gonna all right, let's just finish this. Let's just finish this, and then I'll re-record it. Record it in a sec. Um okay, all right. There's a piece of footage for the video that I messed up. I just had to re-record it, but I can do that on stream too. So it doesn't really matter. So yeah, so there we go. So again, the collaboration thing is kind of just all over the place. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a little weird. Okay. Then the next bit of Twitch stuff we have here is Twitch quietly ended its partnerships with Vice, Rolling Stone, and Complex. The full article is really interesting and has good insight into the world of Twitch. Here are a couple excerpts. Okay, now I don't know how long this thing actually is. How long is this? Oh, it's not that long. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and read this a little bit, shall we? Let's go ahead and read this a little bit. Okay. Live stream platform Twitch quietly ended a series of multi-year partnerships in 2023 that it brokered with publishers including Rolling Stone, Complex, and Vice, according to three people familiar with the agreements. Twitch invited the publishers to establish channels on its platform, Complex in 2020, Rolling Stone in 2021, and Vice in 2022, as part of a broader effort to diversify its content mix and revenue stream and capitalize on a pandemic era surge in usage. However, many headwinds challenged the effort from the start, and when the contracts came to an end, Twitch didn't renew. The publishers have since laid off or reassigned the hired staff, leaving their Twitch channels to go dark. Twitch wanted to capitalize on the pandemic moment and people being at home, but streaming is expensive, said one former staffer. I can't think of any publishers still streaming. What? Publishers receive between 1 million and 5 million to defray the costs of hiring staff and building out streaming studios, according to people familiar with the deals. In exchange, they agreed to produce a certain number of hours per month of live shows, typically 10 per week, for either 1 or 2 years. Platforms like Facebook have previously used financial incentives to entice publishers to use their products, only to change their strategy later, forcing publishers to abandon the effort after incurring considerable costs. Twitch, in this case, was upfront with the trial basis of the partnership, said to people familiar with the matter. This also reflects one of the many ways that consumer habits established during the pandemic proved to be anomalies rather than the new normal. Twitch saw its usage rise 45% between 2020 and 2021, but those figures declined in 2022 when pandemic restrictions had fully eased, according to data from Business of Apps. Boy, this person credits everything. That's good. The company laid off 400 staffers in March 2023 and another 500 this month. Premium third-party content partnerships continue to be a strategic part of our advertising business. It will continue to be a focus, said a representative for Twitch. Premium third-party content partnerships, like what? You just got rid of 3 of them. So like, what? We currently have active partnerships with brands across media, sports, music, and more. We are in active conversation regarding new co-sale partnerships with several brands across media, publishing, DEI initiatives, traditional sports, as well as esports and gaming. Vice, Rolling Stone, and Complex declined to comment. Twitch hosts millions of channels, but the most popular are run by individual creators. That's true. In partnering with publishers, Twitch sought to create channels similar in caliber to television channels, 2 sources said. Rolling Stone, for example, broadcasts for 2 hours every weekday, mixing in musician interviews, concerts, audience question and answer sessions, and video game demonstrations. Working with professional content creators, let Twitch bill the streams as brand safe and issue historically hindering advertiser interest. These measures would, in theory, let the platform tap into larger budgets and attract blue chip sponsors, boosting its direct advertising business. So basically, the reason why they wanted to get these partnerships is that they wanted these people, these companies to live stream things on Twitch to try to get the normies, okay, the non-computer people, the people who go watch your Netflix every day. That's what Twitch was trying to target here, right? As part of the agreements, Twitch handled sales outreach and kept the majority of the sponsorship revenue it generated, said one source. Twitch secured advertisers like Coke Zero and DoorDash for Rolling Stone, but other sponsors, such as deals with Amazon Music, involved other Amazon-owned companies. Amazon acquired Twitch in 2014. With plausible on paper, these sponsorship efforts ran counter to the prevailing economic dynamics of the platform, according to sources. Many Twitch streamers make their bulk of the revenue from the fans through products like subscriptions and donations, but Twitch discourages the publishers from tapping those lines of business. Why? Wait, what? Wait, why? So basically, like individual streamers and stuff, they make a lot of money off of subscriptions and stuff, subscriptions and bits and stuff like that, right? But with Twitch and these companies, Twitch was like, no, we don't want you to enable subscriptions and bits so that people can give you money. We don't want that. Why? I don't, that seems very weird. Amazon wanted it to be like YouTube, where there are opportunities to work with major advertisers to create content, said one person familiar with the matter. But the bread and butter of how Twitch creators make money is through the audience. Popular Twitch streamers also stay live for hours at a time, for days on end, a schedule nearly impossible for publishers to replicate. Without the consistency and duration of these marathon sessions, publishers struggled to attract audiences large enough to interest premium advertisers, sources said. Rolling Stone, for example, averaged around 50,000 viewers per broadcast. I mean, that's pretty darn good. The interest in live streaming music and concerts, quarter Rolling Stone and Complex, also waned. Ultimately, the platform structure makes it hard for any professional organization to thrive. It's tough for publishers because it's kind of a how do you do fellow kids dynamic, said one person familiar with the matter. It's harder to be relatable. So, so basically what they're kind of saying here, right? What they're kind of saying here is that Twitch, wanted to tap into that market, but ultimately it just didn't end up working because these companies are not like streamers, right? They're just not streamers. They're not an individual creator who can go live for hours on end every single day, and just pull a bunch of viewers and get a lot of support from their audience. This is not um this is not that, right? It's a bit different than that. So yeah, I mean, quite interesting, quite interesting. I don't know what you guys think of it, but yeah, I mean, huh. Technically, it's a bit of older news. True. Yeah, it seems like it's a bit of older news, but yeah, bro, I didn't never even know that these things had channels on Twitch. But yeah, the dynamic, you got to figure out if you're going to do something like this, you got to figure out how you're going to implement them in the you got to figure out how to implement them in to your audience, right? You got to find a way to do it. Either you try to push them in with the other streamers, or you somehow find a way to completely separate it, right? You find a way to completely separate it, and that'll do better for you. I don't know. I don't know. It's quite interesting, but I mean, yeah, I don't, and again, I don't think Twitch would do this again because one, it didn't work in the first place, and second of all, Twitch just doesn't want to be spending money to try to get these companies to live stream on their platform anymore. They just don't want to do it. They don't have enough money. They're trying to save money. That's just what it is. So there you go. It's weird.